Okay, as we look at case studies for Chapter 15, which is Religion and the Sociology of Religion, we have 4 case studies this week. The first you're maybe familiar with from our chapter on work and organizations, the Protestant work ethic in the information age. So what is going on in terms of how we view religion relative to, say, social media. A lot to think about there. Next is rational choice theory. Can economic theory be applied to religion? And rational choice theory in particular is trying to look at why people make decisions and assume sometimes that people make informed decision. And the controversy, I think, is when you look at faith and spirituality, sometimes you say that's not rational. So there's a lot to unpack, I think, in terms of the second case study. The third is religious leaders and the rainbow of gay pride. So we look at LGBTQ issues and some of the controversies and why some religions or churches have been less, shall we say, than inclusive than they need to be in terms of accepting people of all backgrounds into their spiritual places of worship. And then fourth is, thank God for that touchdown, the separation of church and state. When I first saw this, by the way, I thought they were going to talk about, if you watch a lot of sports like I do, I watch a ton of NFL and NBA, college basketball, there's often a case where someone prays after a football game or after a touchdown or something like this, after a big score, they win the game. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm always like trying to wrap my head around that, because the curious thing is, like, if one team's playing the other, why would God root for one team over that other, right? It seems like an odd concept in terms of sort of the cosmic order of things. But what this is actually talking about is, if you're at a game and if it's at a public school, not a religious school, and there is maybe a prayer or something relative to religion before, during, or after the game, is that a violation of the separation of church and state? So this gets into some civic issues, and I think could be a really good one in terms of some debates this week. So a lot to consider as we focus on our discussions and our 4 case studies for Chapter 15 on the sociology of religion.